Hello, my name is Vonera, and today I'll be showing you this vocabulary flashcard app that I've been working on called Metalingua. Meet Cristian, our main target user. He's a Spanish speaker from Colombia with an already strong English foundation. He's a career-oriented man in his 20s with desires to pursue a master's degree in the United States. Cristian's problem is that he lives in a Spanish-speaking country and there is no one near him to practice English conversations with. Because he's not able to get as much practice as he wants, he's trying to squeeze in additional study time at every chance he gets. He's quite an intense person. For his digital studies, he wants to be able to measure his learning. Because he's super busy and sometimes his breaks are sporadic and brief, he wants to be able to study with quick sessions within his preset time limits. I started my research by conducting a survey. I created one in English and another one with Spanish translations. Thanks, Google. The results were disappointing. The students in this small pool of a study actually used flashcards the least. One participant didn't even know flashcard apps were a thing. After the survey and reviewing my competitor analysis, I decided to start sketching out Metalingua. I determined that the two tasks I wanted to work on first, and I needed to consider each goal and how the screens would play out. Sometimes students will find a word that truly describes what they see or feel, and they'll need to capture it in that moment before they forget. So here we can quickly add a new card with additive features such as an image or an example sentence to assist in comprehension, memory, and pronunciation. As we said earlier, Christian's breaks are short and scattered throughout the day. He'll need to time his study sessions so that they end on time. These quick sessions will help him review the words he's been struggling with the most, and he has the option to study the entire stack when he has more time. So these are the first digital wireframes for Metalingua, and this example shows you all the things that you can add to your card, such as the example sentence right here, and a photo and an audio recording to help with pronunciation. And this is an example of a quick study session with a final review page at the end. So with these wireframes, I needed to conduct some usability tests with users for my target audience. And this really helped me see Metalingua with a fresh set of objective eyes. The tasks I chose were to see how intuitive some of the tasks were, to determine the design of an onboarding process, and how quickly the study session felt in action. So naturally, there were lots of problems that needed to be addressed. One tester was a little older than my target audience and she struggled with adding a card. So the plus button was not as intuitive as I thought it would be. And a lot of the Spanish speakers found a lot of content error and it was distracting from the test itself. So while the wireframes were accurate, the actual screen orders within the prototype were problematic. And the final task was very tricky. So some users would actually slide through their phone instead of swiping through, and it caused a lot of unintended results and confusion. So I chose three things to revise. The vertical hamburger icon was unusual and confusing, so I went ahead and changed it. There were a lot of other buttons that the testers were curious about and they couldn't tap on it, so that was disappointing for them. Sorry, guys. The distracting content error needed to be changed immediately. And the review page was made shorter so that the students were more likely to scroll down and review their results instead of just looking at this one page and heading immediately back to the dashboard. So Metalingua is truly in the beginning stages and there's a lot left to do. The big things I would probably focus on would be additional rounds of testing, of course, adding an onboarding process, and including more screen functions for users to play with, such as their profile and a stats page. And I'd have to cut down and streamline a few features to maximize screen space. Truly, everyone said that testing would take the most time, and working with others will always be a challenge, but the feedback and discoveries that come from it are incredibly invaluable. Also, despite my background in fashion, scheduling out tasks and timing processes is something that I'll need to continue practicing. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.